Welcome to NotdepressingGames. I'm Alex, and this is Pokemon That's So Raven version, episode I think 10 or something like that. So, first thing that needs to be addressed is that the Pokemon are of a higher level than they were a minute ago, or at least in the last episode. So I guess yesterday, I don't know, 2 days ago. I really don't know when this episode's going up. But Pippin and Fleeple are still low. The reason they are higher levels, Hi-Hat, Viva the Dank, and Jello, maybe one more. I don't know. It's because I did a bit of grinding in a scrapped episode. But all I did in that episode was grinding, so I figured might as well just keep the grinding, the grinding progress without needing the episode, because it was just an episode that I didn't think the quality of was good. But I did get this new thing, considering I'm playing on an emulator because of the randomizer. This is now a feature. If I hold this key right here, I can speed the entire game up, which will make things go way faster. And I'll probably stick to only using that for grinding episodes, which is probably what this is going to be. Because I want every Pokemon to be level 20 before we keep progressing. Or maybe, you know what, we'll just go level 18, because we already have 3 Pokemon that are at least level 18. So Fleeple will be the next one we work on. We're going to go ahead and give him the Lucky Egg. And cough, excuse me a minute. I just ate, and every time I finish eating, I have to, clear my throat, because it's weird. It gets all yuck in the back of my throat. So, we are looking to level Fleeple up a good bit. I figured out that this was the best place to grind because of, Pokemon like Dragonair that are here, because they've already evolved, and they'll give more experience, if I continue to fight them. So 184, we got Fleeple up to level 14. So, the last episode that went up, I believe, I was ranting about wrestling. Because I love wrestling. And this was recorded the day after Roadblock happened. I haven't watched Roadblock. Me and my brother Trey are going to watch Roadblock. But I haven't watched it yet. But it seems like such a boring pay-per-view. Except for, because I only know like 2 matches that are going to happen at Roadblock. And that's the NXT Tag Team title match and the World title match. Those are the only 2 things I know. Not the NXT World title, but like the World Heavyweight title match. Those are the only 2 matches I know that are going to happen. I have no clue, honestly. There we go. Now I can just cow punch. But now I don't, so I don't know what's going to happen. I hope Enzo and Cass win the NXT titles. Just because I like Enzo and Cass. But I can totally understand them keeping it on Dash and Dawson for a little bit longer. Because I really like them as a team as well. But in regards to the world title match, I'm not really interested in that. Because, honestly. I don't think it needed to happen. I mean, it's going to be awesome. I will never have a problem with extra wrestling. Because I love wrestling. But, you know, as you do, I guess. Also, today is a monumental, monumentous? Monumental? It's cool to me today is, because I got 2 HDMI cables, these little short HDMI cables. And, like 6 feet each, I think, something like that. Which may not be short to some people, I don't know. They're short for HDMI cables, I think. But, what I'm going to do with them is I can now record console games. The only problem is I don't have, yet anyway, an editing software to sync the vocals to the audio, which is what I'm going to attempt to do, is that when I get an editor, I don't know which one I'm going to get, but if I can get one, I'm going to get an editor, and then I'm going to start doing console games, because I just love, there are a bunch of console games I'm not able to do, like that, console games that I love, that I'm not able to do because, you know, I didn't have the software prior to this. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I really shouldn't record immediately after I eat, because I'm just kind of, yuck, got a bunch of in my throat. But, it's a lot of, oh, what even was I talking about? Oh, yeah, sorry, the, HDMI cables came, I'm gonna be able to start recording console games as soon as I get an editor so I can sync the audio to the video. And as soon as I do that, I want to be able to start recording games I've been wanting to record since before I even had a YouTube channel. I'm sorry if you keep hearing a banging. This desk is really wobbly and I'm trying to get it fixed soon so that that noise isn't there, because I know it has to be annoying. But uh, the thing I really want to get done in this episode, I've already said, is get everything to level 18. And because it's just going to be a grinding episode, this would be a great episode to like put in the background while you like do something. Like if you were gonna mess around and like play some Flash games or whatever, this is the episode you play Flash games on. That makes sense. I used to watch YouTube and play Flash games all the time. I used to be in love with this site called NotDoppler. I just loved it. I don't know why. I just did. Yeah, they uploaded, or they would put up like 8 games every Thursday. It was a lot of, that's a lot of games, a lot of new games every week. That's awesome. That was my mentality. Then they moved from 8 to, well, they started at 9, but then they moved from 9 to 8. Then they moved from 8 to 7, because what they started to do was the 8th, so there were 9 slots, like a 3x3 grid of stuff they would upload. And then after like a little while, they switched and turned one of them into an ad. Like one of them is now like, oh, look out for this game, it's coming 2 weeks from now or whatever. So now you have 8. So you have 3 up here, or 3 at the top, 3 in the middle, and then the 3 that would be at the bottom. Now the bottom left is an ad for something that's going to be coming out later. And then they stuck with that for a year or so. And then they made the bottom right. Now they're at 7 because they made the bottom right in the 3x3 grid, like a tic-tac-toe grid. They made the bottom right a old game they'd already published called an archived game, which was a decent idea because some of the games weren't getting played as much as they might should be, and they might get lost in the shuffle of every single week having 8 new games pushing those other new ones that that would need the like attention, pushing them back. Like some of them are from the 2007 archives of the site, so it's not like it's anything like they uploaded one thing the week before and then they put it up again the next week. No, they pull stuff from like further back in the website. So the point of that was that Flash games were really fun, and I would always play them and like listen to YouTube in the background. I would put on some just I as you can probably tell by the way I act, I listen to a lot of Game Grumps now. I put that stuff on no matter what I'm doing. I listen to that. I listen to a lot of Northern Lion. I listen to a lot of stuff like that, and I'll put that in the background while I do pretty much anything. While I work on my games, while I edit videos, while I upload videos. Like I said, I don't have an editor yet. While I make the thumbnail for a video. I wish I didn't say as much. I might have to like start taking a class on that. But eventually I'll stop doing that. Last time I had an episode where I used this speed up, which was in the episode that scrapped, the grinding episode before this one. There was a weird color glitch every time I hit the button. I don't know if there's a color glitch when I do it now. I honestly don't, because I just can't see it while I'm working. So if there is a color glitch that happens, I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me. Because like I said, this is just a video you'd put on in the background anyway. It's not like anything's super special about what's going on. But if at all it bothers you, I'm sorry. It's not the most professional looking, but I'm doing the best with what I got. I apologize for any visual glitches that do happen ever in any of my videos, because I try to keep things at least looking like they were made with a tiny bit of talent. Togepi. Togepi. Stop it. What was the deal with that one Excuse me, sorry. What was the deal with that one Pokemon we fought where when it used ancient power, it gained like defense, special defense, speed, and all that? You know what that is? I'd like to know. Ooh, Mr. Mime. If this doesn't kill him, I'm gonna catch this Mr. Mime. Well, it didn't kill him, so I guess I have to follow through with it. I mean, it missed. That's not really what I meant, but... Okay, let's go Mach Punch then, since we're sold on trying to catch this Mr. Mime. Okay, cool. So, Mach Punches, we can do a few of those. I'll wear him down. So, yep, we're gonna be able to catch... Wait, no, we're out of Pokeballs, aren't we? Because I tried to catch them at Ganium. Maybe not in the last episode, but the episode before. I don't remember when I tried to catch the Meganium, but I think we're out of Pokeballs. Let's run back to the Pokemart and get some while I'm thinking about it. Just in case we run across like a shiny or something during this. Imagine that. Because I've only gotten like... I've only ever caught... Excuse me. I've only ever seen 3 shinies in Pokemon games. 2 of which I've killed. One of which, it was the first time I saw the Pokemon, and so I didn't know it was shiny when I caught it. But then I figured out much later that it was. So that was fun. But imagine if we catch a... Imagine if like the first shiny I'm able to catch reliably is in Pokemon That's So Raven version. Okay, I think I'm gonna slow down time a bit while I buy these Pokeballs. Yeah, we'll buy 15 of them, might as well. That's 3,000, and then we're gonna buy a potion. We're gonna buy 3 antidotes. We're gonna buy 1 paralyze heal. 1 awakening. Just little stuff like this. I'll buy an escape rope. And if there's any repels, I may end up... Yeah, dude. This was the most used item in my playthrough of Pokemon Black and White. Because, like I said, I've never beaten a Pokemon game all the way through. Because I beat the pre-game of Black and White, but never went to the never beat the post game of like finding where all the sages were hiding. And so I did. So when I did find, trying to go from place to place, finding the sages is a little bit annoying. So I just bought like a million repels. What's the highest one? Super repel or max repel, something like that. So I just got like a max repel and just kept using them every single time they'd run out and just kept looking for them everywhere I knew to look. Then I figured out they were like in every dungeon that I encountered one of them in. Like everywhere I'd ever seen Team Plasma, there probably was a sage there. Sorry for that bang. I really don't mean to. This desk's just really wobbly. I don't have anything more reliable to put it on. But, oh, you effect spored me. Oh, you're terrible. Poor Pip. Come on, Pip. Come on, Pip, Pip, Magoo. Pip, Pip, doodly doo. Remember that? Dragon Josh. Wonderful show. I grew up watching Dragon Josh. I'd still watch Dragon Josh if it was on. Josh Peck. One of the funniest people. But, God, him and Mean Creek. That just made me sad. They just straight up murdered someone. That was a weird movie. Mean Creek? I think that's what it was called. Jesus Christ, Mean Creek was the strangest movie. If you've never seen Mean Creek, don't watch it. I'll summarize it for you here, okay? Spoilers, I guess, for Mean Creek. I don't even remember when that movie came out. Probably like 2000 something. But you're introduced to a bunch of people, and they go on this boat ride with this bully. They invite this like bully. He's a fat bully, okay? Josh Peck is the fat bully. I don't know any other actor, but they invite Josh Peck, the fat bully, onto this boat ride with them. They go out in the swamp, and their plan is to like play truth or dare with him and like shove him into the lake or whatever, and just like prank him, pretty much. Get back at him is the point. And what ends up happening is like Josh Peck's character is like, dude, your dad's dead or something to one of the characters, and they push him into the creek and he drowns. And then they hide the body and pretend like it never happened. I may be misremembering, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened in Mean Creek. If that's even the name of the movie. That's a messed up movie. Everybody in that movie looked like they were about 3 years old. Not three, like 14. Jesus. Except for the one guy. I think his name was like Roger, something like that. Like, that guy. He was the guy who pushed him in, I think. That guy's crazy. That guy looked like he was about 70. Not 70. I just like to overestimate age. He looked like he was about 25, which is pretty old to be around a bunch of 14-year-olds on a boat. We are 2 levels away from getting Pippin. I'm sorry about the banging. I'm gonna pull this mic away from the wall just to see if that'll fix the audio. Go Pippin. Punch the Nine Tails. Punch the ninth tail of him. Oh, the rough skin hurt Pippin. 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 Oh, or did you really just... Okay, we got this. His rough skin's hurting Pippin, but... the comet punch. I have what it takes. I outlasted you. Nine tails. Let's get like 3 experience from it. Oh, never mind. 267. That is not 3. Let's get out of here and back to the Pokemon. Let's go Pokemon Center. Yes, heal my pokes. I love listening to the sped up sound. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but like, listen. It's a beautiful little thing. Comet punch, comet punch. There's never a real fight I've ever hit 2 times. So, we are 1 level away from having Pippin at level 18. I can count. And we are going to have, and after that, we'll call the episode there, and the next episode we'll try to go through Mount Moon, and, we'll try to go through Mount Moon with our leveled up peeps. I would like for a Pokemon to evolve. I don't think any of the Pokemon I have evolve at level 18, or, like, close to it. I think the fastest evolution I'm going to have is going to be from Bellsprout. I think Hi-Hat needs to be at level like 42 or something. You know what, actually? I talked about this in a previous episode, that that anyone who used a randomizer would know what I'm talking about. I did print the little file at the end, which is essentially works as a Pokedex and tells you what everything was changed into. So it has like the type of every Pokemon in there and the type of every move that it was changed to there. So that's pretty good, if I do say so myself. What you squiggling? My little dog. I have a dog named Hannah, and she's over there in the corner, just inside the beanbag chairs, like with like a bunch of stuffed animals laying on top of her. She is one happy camper. We'll probably have what, 1 more encounter, 2 more at the most to get. Ludicolo is gonna give us enough. He's a stage 3 Pokemon. There we go. Okay then, sweet. So there we go, level 18. Let's go back to the Pokemon Center and we'll call the episode here. If it's there's another encounter. It has been long enough for an episode, so I hope you found some joy in this slightly, this really different episode, because it wasn't much progress as much as it was just me talking and grinding, but nonetheless, thanks for watching.